Hi everybody, Mark here with a new song. It's a new week, so we have a new theme, and that theme is, hey, that song's familiar, where we look at popular hit songs that were later accused of being just a little bit too similar to a pre-existing song. And we're starting it off with what's perhaps the granddaddy of this phenomenon, My Sweet Lord by George Harrison, which was accused of being too similar to He's So Fine by the Chiffons. Given that much of the songwriting duties for the Beatles were taken up by John Lennon and Paul McCartney, understandable since they're often considered to be the greatest songwriting duo of all time, when the Beatles split, George had a lot of material, so much so that his debut album was a triple album called All Things Must Pass. The initial single off that album was My Sweet Lord. In keeping with George's interests, the song celebrates spirituality and religion, but seeks to do away with a lot of the labels inherent therein. The chorus alternates between the Judeo-Christian Hallelujah and the Hindu chant Hare Krishna, with certain verses actually combining them and or making them indistinguishable from one another. The song was a hit, as was the album. However, Bright Music, which owned the publishing rights to He's So Fine, came forward and said that My Sweet Lord sounded just a little bit too similar. This kicked off a crazy circus-like trial, which included such things as George having to bring his guitar to court to play, and George's own lawyer being fired by him early on only to buy Bright Music and essentially be the one suing George. And for his part, George was perhaps a little bit too honest in that he admitted he had heard He's So Fine, and while he wasn't trying to rip it off, he might have, to coin a phrase that soon became very popular in these types of situations, subconsciously plagiarized it. And sure enough, the judge ruled that even though he didn't mean to, George had in fact plagiarized it, and he was forced to pay damages, which included much of the profits from both My Sweet Lord and the All Things Must Pass album. This would later be lessened because, again, George's lawyer pulled some pretty shady stuff by jumping from George to the plaintiff, so George did get a break there. And, you know, George did kind of take it in stride, demonstrating his traditional sense of humor by writing a song about his legal experiences called This Song. The song, is a humorous look at the process and repeatedly assures the listener that the song does not violate any copyright laws whatsoever, and features backing vocals from George's good friend, Eric Idle of Monty Python. If you want to hear both My Sweet Lord and He's So Fine and see whether or not George did rip them off, please click the link in the description below. And if you like what we're doing here, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow with another song. Bye-bye.